Hey, this is Citrus County Joe coming to you on 10/6/24, but dated 10/9/24. As you may know, we're in the path of the new Hurricane Milton. It's scheduled or predicted to come ashore somewhere near Tampa, a little above or a little below. Well, I'm a little above, so we're in the firing line. The AA word of the day for October 9th is a spiritual axiom. It is a spiritual axiom that every time we are disturbed, no matter what the cause, there is something wrong with us. That is from the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions of AA, page 90. And the daily reflection is I never truly understood the 10 steps spiritual axiom until I had the following experience. I was sitting in my bedroom reading into the wee hours when suddenly I heard my dogs barking in the backyard. My neighbors frown on this kind of disturbance, so with mixed feelings of anger and shame, as well as fear of my neighbors' disapproval, I immediately called in my dogs. Several weeks later, the exact situation repeated itself, but this time because I was feeling more at peace with myself, I was able to accept the situation, dogs, and I calmly called the dogs in. Both incidents taught me that when a person experiences nearly identical events and reacts two different ways, that it is not the event which is of prime importance, but the personal spiritual condition. Feelings come from the inside, not from the outward circumstances. When my spiritual condition is positive, I react positively. And this, in a way, covers everything that is in the AA program. It, we used to say when we were drinking, well, if you had my life, you'd drink. And the answer from our sponsors, the old timers, would be, well, if I lived your life, if I drank like you, I would have your life. It is all that we can control in this whole universe. You see, we go under the assumption that we have control over things when things are going good or bad, and that if we do this, it'll fix it. The only things we have control over is our internal feelings. So you can, before I got well, yes, I was sober, but I didn't really understand the import of these things. I was doing a free, uh, actually a free shift at an inner city clinic for babies, diabetics, and I was in my school uniform, and it said student nurse on it, and a guy came in. Now I'm 6'3". I'm not a little thing, and he says to me, "Boy, now wouldn't you look nice in a freshly starched dress and a cap?" So you can imagine what was going through my mind, and it was revenge. How am I going to get? I don't want to get in a fight with this guy. Not, that would look badly on the school. So I took his file, and I put it down. File on the top was, the file that they saw first. And so he had a good long wait, and I was getting done and I was getting out of there, so it didn't matter to me. But I wouldn't approach it that way. I wouldn't have punished him for what he did. That's not for me to do. That's for God to punish. And you know, they make assumptions about male nurses, and his assumption about me was not true. And what can I say? He was wrong. I was right, but you cannot stand on that right and act as if you're in control. You can be standing on a mountain of right, as that cop Frank says on his YouTube videos. Well, it doesn't allow you to mistreat people. You resolve it within yourself, saying, "Just this is not going to bother me anymore." And that's how I approach that. And but it's tough when you first in. This was in the '90s. I was going to nursing school. I was sober, but you think you know everything in AA when you get there. Hey, I've been here 2 months. I'm sober. You start to learn all the catchphrases, but you got to internalize all that. You can't just say it. You got to mean it. And that was the case where I did the wrong thing. No, I couldn't even remember the guy's name. It was just I knew that what I did. So I couldn't make amends, but I'd never do that again. So, in there's a new word here, axiom. That is something that you assume to be true. We use it a lot in mathematics, particularly in geometry. Um, we still use the geometry texts of the Greeks, over 2,000 years old because they're just the best that are. We put them in modern words, but geometry is full of axioms, things you assume to be true. So uh, that's my take. If you like it, hit like. If you want to subscribe and get daily notices of these, hit subscribe. And please pray for us down here in Western Florida. It's going to be tough. They say it could be Tuesday into Wednesday, or Wednesday into Thursday, depending on how fast the storm moves. And it's 3 days out, so that cone that they show you where it's going to go through, like through my hands, it gradually gets smaller and smaller as all the models agree on where the storm is going to go. But they're saying either north or south of Tampa. So God bless. Today is Sunday for us. I didn't take too many things down, so I'm lucky in that sense. I don't have to get anything out of the yard. I'll just take the plants off their stands on the porch, lay these stands down. Nothing will knock over. I'm not going to lose my books. I also do a thing, Daily Word for Men, and I couldn't find a book for 4 days, and I eventually found it. I knew I had it didn't leave my property, so God bless, and this will be 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. This will be the Wednesday tape, and we should be into the storm by then. So the last time we lost power for 11 hours, we were very, very lucky. But I had packed everything, all the text I used for this, and this A word of the day, and then the daily word for men. And I have another one, Voxunius, the voice of one man. And I also have one for my cat, Toby. In fact, I put a video up of him chowing down today. I made a box with the comforter around it, and he's just lounging around. There's not too many geckos because it's so cloudy today, and they get their energy from the sun. They're cold blooded, so he hasn't seen too many today. Okay, see you tomorrow.